And now, bedtime fishing with Bo. How's it going, everyone? Bo Angles here, ready for another bedtime fishing with Bo. I am excited for this episode because I know a lot of people have been wanting a Kaiji No Ri nighttime fishing episode, and I don't think I've spent a lot of time fishing at Kaiji No Ri at night. But we've got our Volan's boat here. We're gonna take it out onto the open ocean and do a bit of fishing out here, whether that be a little bit of trolling or deep sea fishing, with for Goliath Grouper and whatnot with big baits. We might do a little bit of squid fishing here at night. Lots of options for Kaiji No Ri, although I've never tried any of them at night, so I hope it goes well. But if you are looking forward to being whisked away by the winds of the ocean or the gentle waves of the ocean splashing up against the boat, then this is the video for you. Set your sleep timer on your TV to 30 minutes or so, and let's get out here and do some fishing, hopefully catch some nice monster ocean fish here at Kaiji No Ri and get you some sleep in the process. Don't want the boat to be too loud, but we're just gonna take it out to our first spot. It's not too far away from where the dock is, and do a little bit of squid fishing just to welcome us into Kaiji No Ri. It's just, the squid are such an easy fish to catch. Not fish to catch, but they're such an easy species to catch out here with a little squid jig. And once you get that X series squid jig or whatever it is, I mean, you're going to be catching some good sized squid, and they're just easy pickings. It's just a nice way to gain your confidence out here before you start targeting some of those larger fish. So let's bring the boat up to 100% speed, get that up to what, 28, 29 knots, 30 knots. And we are making our way out to this marker out here. And then we are gonna fish off the back of the boat. This is location number 1, and we can see our marker we're gonna be casting to out in front of us as we start slowing down here. Very short time period at Kaiji No Ri to be fishing at night. I'm hoping it goes well. We will just have to see. Got a fellow fishing gamer out there chatting with me. Hello, Noah Gamer. Let's cast out towards this spot here. Let it sink down, and then we are just going to do a twitch retrieve to bring it back up. And hopefully any squid in the area will be seeing this guy making his way up and think, ooh, yummy shrimp. Let's grab hold of that. So I'm going to let it go down about halfway, I'm thinking. Then we're just going to start doing a little twitch. I think anyway. Guess it has been a little bit. Maybe we will switch to a stop and go if the twitch doesn't work. Listen to those waves. I remember when I was telling Andrew when this map first came out. Here we go, hooked up. One of my first critiques I made of this map was that there wasn't a setting to change the audio on the boat. Here we go. Look at that, starting off with a 1.5 pound reef squid. Such a cool fish, or a creature to catch out here. Adding the squid to the game is so cool. Now, remember when I was in Taiwan seeing these squid lures, I wish I could have been able to go out and try them. But that is it right there. They're not exactly hooks. They're almost little baskets with spikes, and the squid come along, grabbing their tentacles, get caught up in the spikes. Really cool way. Just shows that whole Asian culture of knowing how to catch the squid. How something has probably been held, passed along for centuries maybe, and it's resulted in this lure with the little baskets of spikes that catch the squid. It's really cool. But as I was going back and telling Andrew that we almost need another setting in the audio for the boat. We need to turn the volume of the boats down so that we can enjoy the sound of the waves, and the waves need to be louder here at this location, because when I'm sitting out here, I want to be hearing the splash of the waves up against the boat. You know, like I'm out here on the ocean. And it's so cool to finally really hear that splash up against the boat. Go. Squid number 2. Big fin, 1.7 there. Slowly making our way up, 1.5 to 1.7. See if we can nail ourselves a unique out here. Been fighting a little bit of a cold for the past few weeks. Still have a little bit of, oh my god, almost on the drop. Did one little twitch once it reached halfway, and we already hooked up this little guy. Young big fin. Yeah, you need those for a mission, huh? Those of you who have done it know that. It's funny how we've caught, what, 3-4 fish now, and we are at 4.3 pounds. Brings you back to the Lone Star days or something like that. It's so funny to be out here at this huge ocean and catching such a small creature. But you know, it's fun. I do enjoy going after the squids, especially when everything else, sometimes you get into a fight with some of these other fish and the battle can go on for so long. Catching some of these little reef squids where it's just kind of back-to-back action and doesn't really fight all that much is just kind of a nice little change sometimes. There we go. Decent one. Hopefully. Come on. Another big fin. 1.2. I was really hoping we'd be getting into the larger size here. We are using the trophy squid jig. So you'd think that we would have a good chance of getting into some good size ones. We'll catch maybe 5 more if we don't get a unique in 5 more or so. Or if the bite just dies, we might move on to something else. I do want to do a little bit of trolling. I want to find a good spot that we can do a little bit of pilking for some of the other larger fish species. Oh, this one, pulling some line. That's a good sign. Do you want to do some pilking for some of the other fish species? There we go. Trophy big fin. 2.5 pounds on that guy. Look at him. Have you seen the videos where they, you know, they go in to harvest the squids and they poke through between the eyes and it turns the whole thing white? Crazy. Almost $1,000 for that 2.5 pound fish for a creature. Cephalopod. Is it a cephalopod? I don't know. I'm just saying things now. Now I am using, I believe, the Jig Winner rod. Great rod. It's kind of how I have that bait casting. It's got the yellow reel, and I use that for so much stuff. But the Jig Winner is one that I come back to and use quite a bit. It's our first retrieve for a long time without getting a bite. So maybe that's a sign of things to come, but let's give it 1 or 2 more casts just to make sure. Almost want to turn up the environmental sound to 100. Just to give you a look here, we got the jig winner 8'10", breamer 4500, 13 pounds, 13 pounds. The braid, I believe, is also 13 pounds. All 13 pounds. The jig winner, the leader, fluorocarbon leader I have on there is 11 pounds. So it's actually a really balanced rod when you think about the drag on the reel. And once you do the drag, you're looking at 11 something drag, pounds of drag. So gonna match up with that leader almost perfectly. There we go. Good fish. Little guy, young, big fin reef squid. Nice. Didn't seem super small when we first had it on. It held right in the middle. Pretty solid. Still catching them. Nothing on that one. One last cast for a unique out here. What are the chances? Last cast we get our unique. Oh, right at the end. Nice. Another little young big fin reef squid. Alright, we caught a few. Let's get back up. We can see how many fish are around us. Well, you know what? Let's just do a few little... Let's see if I can get the right rod out here. Is that rod number 3? Oh. Here we go. Let's do a little bit of pilking. There are lots of fish out here by the sides of the radar. This is hopefully going to sink faster. You're going to do the exact same thing. Maybe start with a twitch. Move to a stop and go if it's not going well. I want to crease to it. Nope. On speed is the way to go. I don't think a twitch is the way to go about it. I think a stop and go would probably be better off. Let's do a stop and go this time. Let it sink all the way down to the bottom. Now start a retrieve. A 3-star stop and go, even though it still hasn't left the bottom. There we go. Oh, got hit by something. Oh, there we go. Hooked up. Look at the rod bend. Gotta love that. Does that just get you excited? Don't get too excited though. You're trying to go to bed. There we go. Look at this. Amberjack. Trophy Japanese amberjack too. Nice. That's a beautiful fish. It's 42 pounds. Japanese amberjack. I'll take that. Good eating. Good eating. It is now officially morning in the game. Depending upon when you're going to bed, maybe it's morning as well. We'll stop and go. I really haven't seen a whole lot of videos. I guess I haven't really looked all that much either, though, of people trying to fish at night at Kaiji No Ri. So I don't necessarily know what works well and what doesn't. I know that this night that we're fishing, it peaks at noon. So, ooh, big fish. Ooh, look at this. Wow. Grabbing on front of the reel right now. Pulling this guy up. That's good. Finally got a sizable fish on, eh? It's this cool animation of grabbing out in front of the reel is an immediate way of telling you that you got a big fish on, you know? It's a cool thing that they added to the game. Guys hovering around the 60s and 70s right now. Gets into the 80s and we managed to get him out of the 80s, and then he pulls us right back into the 80s. Come on. 50s, 40s, come on, here we go. And we keep him in the 40s though. And the 30s. And he's back into the 50s. This is typical Kaiji No Ri fishing, man. You think you're getting a hand on them, and the next thing you know, they've pulled you back out 30 feet. Came up to the surface there, had some white. Wasn't enough to go on for me anyway. 30 feet right now. Yeah, we'll see what he is. Come up again. Right up under the boat right now. Oh, what are you? What are you? Look at this guy. Came up to the boat. We had him at 30 feet. And then he pulls us out to 70. Last stand there. Cornered tiger. Flipped out. He said second wind. And pulled us out another 40 feet. Alright, bud. Are you tired now? In the 30s again? In the 20s? Please. Other side of the boat now. To pull him around. Come over here, you swamp donkey. That's what I'm assuming he is a big ol' amberjack. Let's see, oh, there you go, got the gaff. Oh my god, are you serious right now? A unique narrow-barred mackerel, and the thing is it's not even my record. 128 pounds, dude. Are you serious? Wow, look at that monster. That is insane. That is insane, dude. That is wild. Wow, what a fish. What a fish. 114 pounds. Is that 120? Almost 130 pounds. 18,732 experience. 13,334 pounds. Or $344. That is so cool. What a fish, man. What a fish. Wow. That is so cool. I did not expect that one bit. Alright, keeping that guy. I'm gonna end on a good note. Let's go do some other fishing. Wow, that was crazy. That was insane. Did not expect that one bit. We are now going to make our way out to a trolling hotspot of mine. All of these locations that I'm showing you right now, I have done in either a live stream or made a video about them. They shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. But we are going to a trolling hotspot right now. It is right on the edge of where there's a huge drop off into a deep section, and a lot of fish like to sit right in that region waiting for fish to kind of travel up and down. Bit of a highway for fish and other fish waiting to eat those fish. We are traveling out to get to a good starting point, and then I'm gonna put 2 rods out trolling behind us, and we're gonna see if trolling at night is worth it at all, because I don't think I've ever tried it, to be quite honest. Something about being out here at night. Something a little eerie about it, though. You can see all those people out there on the big cruise liner. I bet they're having a good time out there, pina coladas, just enjoying themselves. There's our starting point way out there. So unfortunately the wind's coming from the northeast, and we are on the opposite side of the island, however, just not opposite. So I don't think our chances of catching mahi-mahi will be too high. So I think we're gonna focus on tuna species and marlin. Hopefully we don't get into too long of a fight with one of those, but we'll just have to see. Closer to our starting point. Radar is not showing any fish, but it is showing 73 feet deep right now. It's a good bit. I always think diving at Kaiji No Ri would be pretty awesome, because there's a lot of cool areas around Kaiji No Ri that look like a cool place to dive. At the same point, there's no sharks. Not a care in the world. No sharks to eat us. Alright, so see all the seagulls up there. There's lots of fish. Lots of fish according to them. As you can see, there's the fish on the radar there, and we can see the tuna jumping out there. Yellowfin tuna. We are going to turn our boat, be parallel with these lines we're seeing here, and slow it down as slow as we can go, and get our rods ready. So like I said, we are not going to do... Oh. There we go. Got a trolling octopus squid chain. We are going to throw that out and let it get out to, say, 150 feet. Good. Put that in a rod holder. Then I think what I'm going to do is put something else on this one. Not sure what. Maybe a plug. Keep it simple. Oh, it says it's too heavy. Not too heavy. It's less than an ounce heavier. We're going to toss that out there. Hopefully it doesn't break. Oh, I have a fish on already. Oh, got off. There we go. Now we just wait. See if we get a bite here, doing a little bit of trolling. Ooh, okay. Not a super big fish, because we aren't grabbing out in front of us, but big enough. Let's go, let's slow the boat down. Fight this guy in here. 280 feet out right now. And like I said, doesn't show that it's a big fish, so I'm curious what we got. Small bluefin tuna or small marlin, maybe. Had to be a small something. Obviously not a striped bonita or something like that, otherwise it's the biggest bonita in the game. Like I said, I've never really... Oh, another one on the other rod. Squid chain, as it was... oh, we got off. As it was just coming back down to rest. Oh, they got another fish. Yeah, messing with it. Being messed with anyway. Alright, this guy's coming straight at us now. Oh, under 100 feet now. Now there's a series of fish just messing with that squid chain as it's dangling there. Pretty strong rods here, so you'd expect us to get... Oh, it is a small marlin. Look at that. Come on, you, in the teens, gaff them already. There we go. Not even gaffed him, we just picked him up with our little grippers, BOGO grippers or whatever. Oh man, 125 pounds. That is crazy. $25,000 for this fish, 5,500 XP. Take a look at him, like it's just a little tiny marlin, but still cool. Still cool to catch these fish. Just a baby. He's just a baby. That's so cool. Alright, I love how we're using the grips on him. Alright, keep that guy. Toss this out. Again, although I should have probably waited till the boat was moving. It's gonna be out there a little short. Alright, back up to the boat and we're gonna go a little. I think I am gonna reel this in. I'm gonna get it back out to 150. 150 is just my magic spot. That's where I like it to be. Go. That other one's going to take a little bit of time to get out, but I'm going to take this opportunity to just make sure that we're moving in the right direction. You can either kind of go down the middle or see how you can see how where those lines on the right of us get really close together. That's kind of where I like to take the boat, so we're a little off course right now. No bites, so we're gonna slowly make our way a little bit closer to where that decline in depth really hits. Sharp decline. I think we got fish on both rods. Oh, good sized fish on. Gonna be another marlin. Maybe I should have grabbed the other rod. Maybe it would have given us a chance at a different fish. This guy's at 350 feet now. Goodness gracious. 300, almost, yeah, 360 for one point. Boy, didn't take long for him to take us out to 430, 450. 500 feet. That's crazy. This is going to be the rest of the episode. I wanted to get to some deep sea fishing with some big spiny lobster or something like that, but it's going to take us 15 minutes to get this fish in. I can just tell. If we get it in, we'll end up losing it at 80 feet or something due to low line tension or something dumb. It's gonna be a trophy marlin, not even a unique. It's just gonna be a pain in the neck to get it in the entire way. Under 400. Already gotten one unique today. I doubt we're gonna see another one, but that would be a heck of a deal. Got this guy below 370, below 360 even. Nice. Below 350. Are we gonna get him below 300 even? Just slowly pumping the reel, reeling in what line I can. Oh, we got him under 300. Okay. Wow. For a fish that pulled us out to 500 feet. Of course, I don't want to talk too much smack because the next thing I know, he's going to pull me out to 400 again. Close to 250, almost half the distance that he had us out at the first time. Under 200 now. Ooh, it's coming kind of straight at us. We are getting a lot of line in. Makes me wonder if once we get him close to the boat, if he's going to make a mad dash and pull us out to 300 again. So we get another fish biting on the other rod there. I'm under 100 feet now. Oh, splash, splash. I didn't see what it was. Maybe you did. Oh, it looks like another Marlin, maybe. It's a larger Marlin. Gaff him. Gaff him. Gaff him. There we go. There we go. Nice. 182 pound striped Marlin. I'll take it. $37,000, 9,848 XP. Couple more of those, and that is how you level up here at Kaiji No Ri. Goodness gracious. Nice. Well, that's fun. Those plugs, they really do a good job at catching those Marlin. That is a perfect example of it. I noticed there was 2 cruise liners out there. Oh, we switched lures and I didn't even know. Don't even know how he did that. I don't think I've ever switched lures like that. Nice, okay. Seems like a console thing they added in. Alright. I'm debating whether to keep going. I think we better move on to our last location. Get a little bit of the other fishing in before. We've done a little bit of squid fishing. Did a little bit of pilking. Got some big grouper boys. Oh. Did a little bit of pilking and got our big unique narrow-barred mackerel there, not grouper boys. Now, hopefully with our last 10 minutes or so, we can manage to get a good-sized grouper out here. Just have to see. Never fished for the grouper at night as far as I can remember. Trying to find my marker. There it is. Another boat out there fishing for grouper. They know of the secret spot. Of course, we could probably just stop where we are right now. There seems to be plenty of fish. Especially deep. Ah, shoot. Let's just stop. I don't need to keep going. Let's see what we can get into. Let's plug. Here we go. We got the big line. That is the 18-aught hook with the spiny lobster. That is the big boy. If we get a bite on that one, that is going to be a good sized fish. Versus this one should be a decent sized fish as well on a 14-aught hook. Certainly not as big as the other one. Should have let the other one drop down before I closed the bail. We might end up recasting it, being our big rod. You can see how this one is still going straight down, but the line's going out to 100. 110, 12, 15, 16, stopped. Take a look at this one. This one's at 62, didn't even make it to the bottom because we didn't let it go down all the way. So that one wouldn't have done very well. Let's try that again. This time, we'll go all the way down to the bottom before we put in the rod holder. There we go. Okay, now we wait. Waiting for a big bite. I was aiming for about 45 minutes, so if we can get a good sized fish on, it takes us about 5 minutes to reel in. I think it would go really well as far as timing. We'll just have to see. Hopefully you're getting pretty sleepy, or maybe you've already fallen asleep. Oh, 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 getting nibbles, getting nibbles. Funny, what I've got on there right now is a Hell's Bells, and it used to make this horrible wailing noise. And at some point they switched it up, and it makes this tingly fairy sound now. It doesn't sound like Hell's Bells very much anymore, if I'm being quite honest. So we're grabbing out front. Could be a small grouper, I would think. It's not very deep here, so the fact that he's at 113 feet just means that he's fighting us to go deeper, essentially. Not necessarily trying to swim away. Just trying to go back down to the bottom. Why the line seems to be going almost straight down. Says, no, I like sitting down on the reef. Just let me go back down there. Why are you pulling me up? I haven't caught a grouper in real life, but I think it would be a cool experience. Those fish just have monstrous mouths on them. And the hooks that they can use for those guys, just wild. Because they just kind of seem to be big, lumbering trash dumpsters almost. They just kind of eat whatever they think is worth eating, without really a care in the world as to what it is. If it fits in their mouth, they just kind of eat it. Almost below 100 here. Almost at 50, and he pulled us out 50 feet pretty quick, didn't he? Yeah, 45 minutes goes by pretty quick at Kaiji No Ri. Going off the fish and the variety of fish, you know, we did a little bit of squid fishing, we did some pilking, we did some trolling. We only caught a few fish on each one of those activities. Already we're almost 45 minutes in. Come on. They just kind of remind me of the alligator gar I caught in Texas, where they're just so heavy that it's not like they're really putting up much of a fight. but they're so heavy that without even putting up a fight, they just pull line out. They just kind of lumber away with it. Have an attitude of, no, I don't want to go over there, and then they just kind of wander away and pull out line as they go. We almost got this guy below 40, in the 30s, almost in the 20s here. Come on, I just need a gaff him. Here we go. It is a big grouper. Nice. Giant grouper, 274 pounds. Oh yeah. $35,000, 10,600 XP, and if we take a look at that guy. That is awesome. That is awesome. Time the screenshot there. Top notch. I think that is going to do it, everyone. What a cool fish to end it on. 35,000, 10,000 XP, 274 pounds. Kaiji No Ri. We have caught squid, we have caught mackerel, we didn't catch any tuna, we caught marlin, and we caught the giant grouper. Very cool, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this little bedtime fishing with Bo at Kaiji No Ri. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you're asleep right now. You're not even listening to me right now. But if you are still awake, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you enjoy the bedtime fishing with Bows, make sure you check out some of the other ones. We got a whole playlist of them. So, check out some of the other ones fishing in other areas. They're all fun, I think, anyway. Anyway, take care, everyone. I'll see you in the next episode. And as always, remember, everyone,